Hello YouTube, it's me again with another video, and this time I'm here with the Elemental Warrior class that came out last Friday. It has been a while since I've last uploaded. I just haven't been able to find times with the exams and everything. I'm gonna try and sum up this class as best as possible. It's a very unique class. It's nothing like any other class. It's somewhat strange, and it can get hard to use because of the various combinations that you can do with the skills. But before we begin, I should explain that I'm using full luck enhancements. My weapon is stable, and when you get the class, you can either buy it for the ultra path, and you get the capes. Once you buy all of these capes, they have different attributes. They have different effects. And the capes add a difference to the class, what kind of results you'll get. So like I've mentioned in my previous video, people do think that this is just a silly class. I find that it's a very good class. So at the moment you can buy it from Draven, or however you pronounce it, and to rank up the Elemental Master for the class, if you want to earn it and remember, you need to join Dragon Room. And when I started farming this, they did not have the extra quests. You were only able to go in this first room, but the fastest way to get it now, you go in the room all the way on the left, you go the quest, and you accept the quest. If you know how to do the quest glitch, then it goes even faster, because you're able to just go in Graveyard or Castle Undead, and you're just able to farm the warriors and all the bone creatures in Graveyard and Castle Undead. So once you get rank 6 for all of the capes, you're able to get the class, and it's better to earn the class, in my opinion, if you're a member, because if you buy it for adventure coins, 2.4 thousand adventure coins, in my opinion, it's not worth that much, but it is a very neat class. And as I said, I'll try and sum it best as I can for you in this video. Alright, so first we're going to start with the farming aspect. This class could be decent for farming overall. It could also be a good class for soloing bosses, but where it really stands out, in my opinion, is in the player versus player. Not the brawl, but the 1 versus 1, because you're able to take out your opponents fast enough. So let's just get in with the stats. The reason you want to enhance full luck is because you can see the luck is very low on this class, so you want to try and boost that up as much as you can. Also remembering that it is a spell class, the skills are based on spell, just like it's based on spell power, so for it to do as much damage as it can. So the first skill, it's called Elemental Fusion, and what this does, it grabs, well, I should say that every skill, except for this first one, has a different attribute, you could say, and this first skill uses that element, and it can either give you a damage or give them a damage over time, or healing over time to you, and this is how you basically activate the rest of the skills to their best potential. the first skill doesn't have much use if you're just going to be using it alone. It's just gonna act like the auto attack would. It's gonna do base damage, and that's about it. So the second skill, it's called Blaze. Oh, pardon. The first skill, it has 14 mana for a 4-second cooldown. This second skill is called Blaze. It has 22 mana for a 6-second cooldown. It's physical and magical. It basically shoots fire, and it adds the fire magic to the first elemental fusion. So if you're going to use the second skill Blaze and then the first skill, you're going to see it's going to give them a damage over time. But if you just used Blaze on its own, it won't give them the damage over time. You need to use elemental fusion with the Blaze for it to do any effect. So this third skill, it's somewhat similar to the mage class, as in it takes damage. It's called Stone Skin. It has 25 mana for 23-second cooldown. It's physical and magical. It reduces the incoming damage for a duration, and what it does, it's earth magic. So if you use the first skill combined with Stone Skin, it'll give you earth magic, and it'll give you healing over time. So if I use the third skill and then I use the first skill, it's gonna give me healing over time. Now I can still use Blaze and use the first skill to give them a damage over time while I'm still healing. So this is where it could be stronger in farming, because you're able to take hits and keep healing and still apply damage over time. This third skill is Chain Lightning, 39 mana, 12-second cooldown, physical and magical. It strikes most of the opponents that are in the area. And what it does, it's energy magic. So if you use this, the energy magic will be elemental fusion. So it's somewhat hard to explain, but the best way you can do it is just demonstrate. So you can see the last skill is definitely the one that's going to do the finishing or the most critical hits, but it doesn't apply a damage over time or healing over time. It's just I used the first skill, or the Stone Skin, to try and keep me alive. This last skill doesn't do much. Energy magic is just to apply higher critical hit, I do believe. I should also mention that people don't think that this class has a rank 10 passive. It does. It's a 1% chance, and I'll leave it at that. If you're able to figure it out what it is, then I wish your opponent good luck, because it's a very, very good rank 10 passive. I just don't have the time to get rank 10 and try and get the 1%. So if you try and combine all these moves, you want to use Stone Skin first, then Blaze, and then use your last skill, Chain Lightning, because it'll apply the highest critical chance possible while still giving you a healing over time and your opponent a damage over time. So if you keep using that same combination, you're able to stay alive long enough for to get all your skills back, but you won't be able to stay up long enough for like the rest of the farming. So it could work for farming if you have other people in a party, or if you're just abusing the botters that are in the map. It could work. It could also work for soloing. So I'm going to be going to the Undead Arctics. It's not the biggest, like this class doesn't do the biggest crits, it doesn't hit the highest, but it does enough damage to keep your opponent less of a chance of winning than you. If you're using this class and you're combining every skill, the chances are that you're going to either A, kill your opponent before they kill you, or B, you're just gonna run out of mana, because these skills do take enough mana with the regular regen of see, you strike an enemy, you get more, or when you're struck by an enemy, you could run out of mana, or you could kill your opponent before they kill you. So I'm gonna go to the Undead Arctics, and you can just see its potential with the boss solo. So as you can see, it's not very effective in boss soloing. I was just barely hanging in there. And if you've noticed, I do have a different approach for boss soloing than I did with farming. Instead of using Stone Skin, Blaze, Chain Lightning, then Elemental Fusion, to keep a steady health flow, I use Stone Skin, then Elemental Fusion, Blaze, Elemental Fusion, and then Chain Lightning. What this does, it gives you healing over time. When you combine Stone Skin and Elemental Fusion, you're able to apply damage over time while still healing, and you're able to hit the higher critical than you normally would with Chain Lightning. I mentioned that the strong point of this class was 1 versus 1 player versus player, and I still stand by that, and I'll show you in just a second. Alright, so here we are, and I'm going to do 1 versus 1 PvP, player versus player stranger. And for this player versus player, you want to use the same technique as you would for farming. You want to use Stone Skin when it says fight. You want to use Blaze when the enemy approaches you, or you approach the enemy, vice versa. And then you want to use Chain Lightning. By that time it's usually over, but if not, you can use Elemental Fusion. And if even after all that your enemy is not dead, I don't know what to tell you. At that point you're probably out of mana anyways. So I'll give you a few examples and you can judge from there. I did say this class was outstanding in PvP, and I still back up my word. 3 out of 3 wasn't that bad, even though the last guy was only level 9. I still one-shot him, so I consider it a win. So just a quick recap, I like to use full luck, stable weapons, and if you're going to be PvPing or farming, Stone Skin, Blaze, Chain Lightning, and then Elemental. If you're going to be soloing, Stone Skin, Elemental Fusion, Blaze, Elemental Fusion, Chain Lightning. If you're wondering what cape is the best, once you get all 8 capes to unlock the class, it also comes with the Chaos Cape. The Chaos Cape is the best cape for this class. So once again, the capes do matter. That's about it for this video. As you can see, the weekly release has already come out. It's going to be a bit harder for me to do this one, considering that it is member only for the quests. It's a member only map. I'm still debating if I should do it or not, considering that it is member only. But that's it for this class, and I'll see you in the next one.